Hi friends, welcome back to the Blender Basics 3D designing tutorial. In this episode we are going to discuss the edit mode in detail. So first, by default you are in object mode. Press tab, or alternatively you can go select here, go to this menu, click it and switch to edit mode. Okay, so the first one is select box. Now using this you can select vertices or faces. If it is on the vertices, or the selection mode is, if the selection mode is in vertex, edge or face, then you can select the respective objects. If it is in vertex mode, you can select vertices. Alternatively, you can just press A to select all the vertices of the box or the object. Now this is the cursor tool and this is the move tool. Okay, now all of my vertices are selected, so they are moving. Press Ctrl Z or Command Z to undo. Now I will select the select tool, click on this vertex, and using this move tool I am going to move it in a particular direction. Okay, so the next is we have rotate tool. Now this will give you a gizmo which is having basically rings, and using these rings you can you can rotate the vertex in the respective direction. Next is the resize tool, and this won't have much effect on a single vertex. You need to at least select two vertices or an edge or a face to see the effect of these tools. This is the scale tool, and you can scale an edge or a face. The next we have 3-in-1 move, rotate and scale tool. Now using this you get a gizmo which is having the three types of handles, basically rotation, moving and resizing. You may feel free to experiment with this, and I encourage you to try the new objects. And you have all these other options, and one of the most important options will be discussed in this video. The next we have the extrude tool. Okay, so basically using this you can extrude a vertex, and if you extrude it you will get another vertex and an edge is formed between the two vertices. If you select a face and extrude it, you will get the face will be extruded and you will get other faces also. In beginning you will find it too complex, but as you get the habit and when you practice it, it will be very easy for you to pick up. The next is the insert faces tool. Select any face, select the insert faces tool, click on it and move the cursor, and you can see a face inserted and the new face is automatically selected, the one with the yellow color, and you can see it moving. Now to extrude your new face, you can select the extrude tool and click on this plus handle to increase it, and to further extrude it you can select the arrow mark and change it. The next you have is a bevel tool. Now this tool is quite used for softening the edges. Click on an edge and simply drag to see its effect. You will, on the bottom left corner, you will get a menu regarding this bevel tool. Click on it and you will see some settings regarding the bevel tool. The first one is offset and width, and the next you have is the width option. You can increase this number to increase the width, or decrease this number to decrease the width. Next you have segments. This basically defines how smooth it is making the edge. It will insert more edges and it will make it smooth. You see, if we lower the number of segments, the less smoother it will be. The more this number, the more smoother the edge will be. Next is profile, vertex only, clamp overlap, mark seams, mark sharp, and material. We will be discussing all these in some other video of bevel tool. Next we have a loop cut tool. Now it is used to make cuts in the shape or in the object mesh. Using this, I can make cuts. Click on it. Click on the tool, loop cut tool, and move to the object. You will see yellow lines as a preview where your cut will be placed. Now left click, a cut will be placed, and you can move this new edge as you like. Then next you have knife tool, polybuild tool, spin tool, smooth tool, edge slide, shrink or flatten tool, shear tool, and rip region tool. We will be discussing all these tools in separate videos, and each video dedicated to each tool, so you will be having in-depth understanding, and also you will see some practical examples, and also we will be discussing some tips on how to use these tools together efficiently.